I am the founder and CEO of Korédé House and the Stage app. Excited to talk to you today about the work that we're doing around transforming maternal health for mothers across the state and hopefully across the country. In everything that I'm going to talk about today, we're going to talk about the social determinants of health and how we focus on the social aspect, especially for people in that transitional period. So if you go to the next slide, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the maternal health crisis that we face in this country. So the reality is that we spend more on health care, period, than any other developed nation, and we spend more on maternal health than other developed nations, but we have poor outcomes. Here are some of the outcomes. We know that 52% of pregnancy-related deaths actually occur after they go home. 3.3x is like the maternal mortality rate for Black women, so Black women die at a higher rate than white women. 43% of mothers leave the workforce within a year because, again, we talk about the social determinants of health. It is too hard, and 1 in 5 mothers experience postpartum mood and anxiety disorder. It can be depression, it can be, like psychosis. There are kind of a wide range of the perinatal mood and anxiety disorders. That is the #1 complication of pregnancy, actually. And what we have is that the current maternal care approach, which means you get pregnant, you get a lot of care when you're pregnant, you have the baby, after 6 weeks, you see your doctor once, and that's pretty much it. And so the kid continues to get care, but the mother and the families are kind of like, you're sort of on your own. And this is why we have this persistent issues that continue to perpetrate itself. In Missouri, we rank number 44 out of 50 states for maternal health outcomes. And so there's a big problem here in the state. Go to the next slide. So when I started looking at the problem and I started trying to figure out who can solve this problem, who can help, and what I found was this really beautiful cohort of individuals called doulas, and they're not midwives who actually catch the baby and birth the baby, but they are what we probably used to all have. When our communities work together, when our society work together, that's probably how all of us were birthed, right? It's in many other countries they call it traditional birth attendants. It's many other countries that are much poorer than us, like Nicaragua, for example. They have this kind of individual. So they're trained professionals that provide emotional and spiritual, physical support and comfort to mothers. And they don't only do it with delivery support, they also do it through a year postpartum for the best of them. And so the big difference, I would say, in the professional medical care and the doula care is that the professional medical care is there for you. I'm there for you. If you need something, if something goes wrong, you need a C-section, you need medication, I am there for you. A doula is there with you. And so what I mean by that is, and this is a study that came out. What I loved about the study is that they looked at, they started with 30,000 women, and they went down all the way to 298 test group, 298 control group, similar socioeconomic, so very lookalike audiences. And what they found was women who had doula care experienced 57% lower odds of having a PMAT, which is the depression or anxiety, again, the #1 complication of pregnancy. The birth outcomes are 4 times better. Either the baby's birth weight is better because somebody's there with you, helping you with your nutrition, right? And the complications, birth complications go down. So our solution is a stage platform. So it's an innovative village care model, and what it does is it bridges the gap between clinical care and community care for what families go through in the real world. And how we're different, this is kind of like our care continuum here, is when we say village care is that we help you develop your village, and we help really focus on that community care aspect. Every mother in our village has a life stage doula. She has a peer network of peer support that's led by a trained peer leader, and mental health therapist, support at home, which is so critical. Nobody comes to your house and actually lets you sleep when you first have a baby, but a doula does. and the Everyday Wellbeing Companion app, which is our stage care app, which you'll see in a minute. But essentially, what we have is a comprehensive scope to address the physical, emotional, and practical needs of moms and families, and this relationship-based care. We are pioneering a new type of, I would say, healthcare professional called a family transition specialist. And these individuals are certified doulas with community health worker certification, and then we upskill them with monitoring for mental health and cardiovascular risk, which are the number 1 and 2 reasons why mothers die postpartum. Please. So the way it works is for our integrated care, it's really 3 forms. We have a digital platform, which is where you learn and where you connect and where you extend care beyond clinic walls. We have our service delivery ecosystem. This is where we provide the infrastructure support for the doulas and the birth workers. So we support them with Medicaid, credentialing, we support them with claims, and so that we support them with providing them HIPAA compliant EHR, and that way they reduce a lot of the paperwork that they have to do, and they can stay in the profession longer, and also we support them with client acquisition. And so we can stay in the workforce longer. And the last is the community hub. So Korédé House is a physical space where women and birth workers gather for community, for respite, for prenatal sessions or postpartum sessions, and so on and so forth. Next one. So I'm going to show you our stage platform, which is complete care in every stage of motherhood. We're starting out with pregnancy and postpartum, where we have intention of going all the way through menopause. So one thing you'll notice when you go into the app is that the icons, the images are user-friendly. When somebody goes in, we can customize the experience per group because it's software. You can have 20 people in a group, or you can have 1 million people in a group. And go up a little bit. There is a gratitude journal. I want you to click on that. This one is only available to the mom. The care team doesn't see it, so it's really only available to the mom. There's a different prompt every day that helps them with their mental health. It's just a place to write gratitude. Click on it here in the background home screen.
Oh, you want the home screen?
Yeah. Or and then you scroll back up. The other thing that works really, really well is our safety plan and our services and support. The safety plan is a place to be prepared in the event of you experiencing depression or anxiety. So click safety plan. And here, there are different things that you can click on, like what are my reasons to be alive. So if you add reasons, you can kind of select and you can self-serve if you go back. So we saw a little bit of what the back end looks like. This is what a video conference looks like. You can join right off of the app. And this is what the back end looks like for the clinician. So it's like a legit, complete electronic health record. Next slide. So what makes us different is that there was a study again in 2017 that looked at women across the world and tried to identify the 4 needs of new moms, and there were 4. One is the need for information, the need for psychological support, the need for sharing of experiences, and the need for practical support. Stage is the only platform that can do all of it. And the biggest, I think, benefit is the need for practical support, which is our mothers get anywhere from 12 to 18 visits in the home or at a Korédé House or virtually. And those visits are not just, hey, how are you, what's going on? Those visits include, do you need me to clean your fridge? Anything that I can do? Do you have a little bit of laundry you need me to do? So there's the care assessment, and then there's the practical support to provide the information to get them to a therapist if they need and understand where they are based on the assessments that the family transition specialist is doing, the need for sharing of experiences, that's our peer group, and then practical help that's done. So next. So there are a couple of ways that our clients can find us. We have a self-guided access where really B2B2C, that's our preferred model, not necessarily direct to client. And so let's say a hospital, so in communication with a hospital now, they can provide provide our platform to all of their mothers. And the platform can have a self-guided access, which gives them the meditation library, the assessments. It gives them the educational content that's curated for them. And then you have a professional support, which gives you that one-on-one care. Somebody's calling you, somebody's seeing you, somebody's in your home. And you can get access to peer support and mental health as well. Depending on the volume, it could be as low as $4 per member per month and all the way to, it's like $1,500 a year. I don't know what that actually breaks down to. $125 a month, I think, all the way to that for care support. And so that's kind of how it works. And last but not least, this is a little bit about contact information at the very last slide, is our mission. Excellent. So, our mission is to bring goodness, which is what Korédé means, to bring goodness, ease, and inspiration to every mother in the world. We define a mother as one who nurtures in order for us to also encompass the women who are nurturing the mothers, so our birth mothers. Thank you.